everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made a mixbook of all of my pets, and this video is not sponsored. So basically I got an email from PetSmart back in December saying that I could make a free photo book and I would basically only have to pay shipping if I used this code. Well, that was enough for me. So the first thing I had to do was go through all of my photos. I have a lot of it, like literally half my phone, all my phone is photos of my pets. And then I went into my notes app and I kind of planned all the categories that I wanted to use to make the book so I didn't forget anything. And then we can get started. So it'll take you right here to the main page where you can start creating your book. For me, I had to make a hardcover book. It had to be 8.5 by 8.5 square book, and it also had to be a glossy cover. The pages had to be the everyday semi-gloss, and then it gives you all of the types of books that you can use that fit that pattern. So the one that I pulled up was the minimal everyday pet book. This one has dogs, but you can edit it, of course, to make it what you want. I went ahead and added all of my photos. As you can see on the side there, it takes a little bit to download them all. And then I went ahead and adjusted my cover. I put my children have scales on the front. When I was just into fish keeping, I was on a fish forum and my username was my babies have scales. So now they are all grown up, and so now they are my children have scales. And then I changed it to this kind of minimalist font. I liked it, it was nice and simple. And then I took my favorite photo of all of my pets ever and I put it right on the cover. Minimal bragging, but this is also the cover photo of a local reptile Facebook group that I'm in. As you can see here, you can change up the template a little bit. For this one, I wanted it to have 5 photos, so I just changed the template and I clicked the 5 there. You can change the amount of photos that you want, and you can also change the layout that they are on the page. Then I went ahead and added the text. I put first photos, but then I changed it to coming home because if it wasn't like exactly accurate that it was the first photo, it was going to drive me nuts. So I just went with coming home instead, and then I inserted all the photos of my lizards in their little cups when I first brought them home as cute little babies, rotated them, and then adjusted them like so. Obviously, as you can see, this isn't a crazy time lapse because this process took hours. I was picky, so of course I had to speed it up a little bit. And for this one, I'm kind of doing along the same thing. I'm making this kind of like a YouTube homage because I've been doing YouTube for many, many years now. I think we're at like 7 or 8 now. So basically, I wanted to have a page dedicated to it of all my fish videos, my lizard videos, and everything like that. And I'm hoping that that came across. I also decided to add some of my behind the scenes pictures that I have and I really, really love. And the text I did, here's to many more years together, because I know I'm going to be doing YouTube for a very long time. Here's another collage page I'm working on. This one is called Celebrating the Seasons because it is going to feature all of the photos that I have taken around the holidays. I don't have too many themed photos, but I did want to add some of the ones I have because I do think they are quite fun. For this book, I wanted each of my reptiles to have a full page spread and then have a couple for fish at the end. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going ahead and making each page designated for my pets.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. Nights without sleeping 'cause you fear the night. Days without eating 'cause it ain't enough for 2. And it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. don't feel the cold. And it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Now that each pet has its designated spread, I'm actually copying the Celebrating the Season spread to make my life easier. I'm deleting the text and changing it to silly times. I deleted the photos that were already there and then inserted all of my photos that were either kind of just I found them funny or maybe they weren't the best, but they were still really cute. Now I'm previewing it to see what I have so far. As you can see, it is still really plain and doesn't have a lot of personality. It's just a very basic spread. So I did want to add a lot more. So started off by moving just a couple things around like you can see here. And then I went to add some stickers. These will make it look a little bit more like a scrapbook, and I scrolled through the amount they had. I searched pet, I searched reptile, and there is a sad amount of reptile stuff. So I had to improvise a little bit. I did add some text, and for this one, I did want to add some leaves. I wanted this page to be simplistic, but I also didn't want it to be empty. Appropriately, I added a little dinosaur for my little dinosaur, and then I went ahead and started adding some backgrounds to really add a pop of color that made the picture stand out a little bit more, but also not distract from them. As you can see, I went through so many backgrounds here trying to figure out which one I liked the best. Even though I picked these now, most of the ones you see here are not the ones I went with, and then I had to change the font for a couple of them if the background was a little bit too dark. This one, because it was patterned, I did add a little bit of a white background behind, but I didn't want to change the background. And then I added some more stickers for her. I added little pearls. Holly needed Holly. He needed Holly. And then I'm going back and changing the backgrounds again. I changed it so much. And then I went ahead and just added little things that I thought added to it. Sometimes I liked it, sometimes I didn't. It is just a whole part of the creative process, changing things 100 times.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side.
Once I was done adjusting most of the backgrounds, I did go ahead and remove one of my beta pages. The reason I did this is because I felt like it was unnecessary having this separate page and I could have it all on one. And overall, I liked the design that I had a lot better. I thought it had more impact than just the two simple ones. So I did add my very first beta, Glub Glub, and then of course I added just some of my past betas. These are my more recent past ones. And then I went ahead and did pretty much the same choices that I did with some of my other ones, such as changing the background to something I liked and adding a white background behind the text just to make it stand out a little bit more. And I also found out that I could change the transparency or opacity of the background, so I lightened it up a little bit so it wasn't as bold. And then once again, I thought of some more things that I wanted to add, and I just made some small final adjustments to the pages. Before I finished up my Mixbook, I was happy with it, and we could go ahead and start purchasing it. Fish here are the final change I'm making, and now it is finished and I can go ahead and purchase it. So I went ahead and added the code as per just looking at it and copying it over, and once I entered it, I got a beautiful error that said it was not a valid coupon code. It did not work. So when in doubt, I decided I would go to the actual email, copy it as is, and then copy it into the code. And it didn't work either. I started doubting what time it was, and I looked it up. PST, it was still before midnight. It was after midnight in Central Time, so that wasn't the problem. So the code did not work, and I had just wasted hours of my life. Fast forward a couple months later, I got another email. I don't know why they're giving away so many photo books, but it was helpful. It had been months later, it was past New Year's, so I had to change it to 2023. Once I did that, I was able to add in the new code. This one went through. As you can see, I got the minus $46 Canadian deal. It says I save, code applied. I do have it covered up because I'm not sure if everyone gets their own code. And so just for safety, it's still valid until Wednesday. So I'm doing it, but yay, I was able to get my book. I placed the order, and now all I have to do is wait patiently for it to come. I did film a process of me unboxing the book and showing it off once it's all made, and my overall opinion on Mixbooks, because this is the first one I've ever made, and I can't wait to see how it looks. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.